Hey HTDA and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. Since you asked, today I am going to crank up the difficulty. And when I say cranking up, I do mean putting everything to the max. So that means that they will be rampaging, they will be continuously attacking us basically. We'll actually set the initial level to 10, which is I think higher than I saw in my entire playthrough together last time around. The growth will be set to 200%. They will be at 200% occupation, which means I think you start with 2 relay stations on your initial planet. Let's put the density up to 3 times, the growth speed to 3 times, the power threat to 10 times level, okay. 10 times the combat threat factor as well, level them up 10 times as fast. And that's going to give us 12 times as much metadata as well. Not that I care about that, but yeah, it's a thing I guess we can do. I'm also going to start at this exact same seed that I was using in my previous playthrough. Mostly because it has a nice large building area at the start, it has most of the resources around. Honestly, I think you can probably do this at any type of seed, but why make things more difficult if we already put everything to the max? And here we are on our new planet, and as you can see we start with 2 hives and 2 planetary bases, so that's a little bit more than the last time around. But first things first. And there we go, I figured we could do with a little bit more aggressive look now we're in real combat mode. Okay, so I've queued up the usual techs, and honestly I'm thinking that I'm probably going to go for weapon systems right after this, because I am going to need those turrets. I'm pretty sure about that one. After that I'm not entirely sure. What I actually want to do is go for steel next, so I can build turbines on water, and you'll see why maybe in 20 minutes or so. I don't know, but you'll just have to wait for it. Because I do have a plan, and part of that plan is actually researching most of the technology and before I actually start building anything, so we don't draw too much power. However, for some reason, and I'm actually not entirely sure why, we're already starting to draw some threat, even though I have no building whatsoever down. Maybe it's just a power consumption from my Icarus. That's actually a little bit scary, but okay. But we've done all the basic research and now we're good to go to start working on blue tech. However, I am going to need some buildings, of course, to make anything at an efficient rate. Okay, I do have to admit I'm a little scared now. I only put up 2 buildings and look at this threat racing up already. I mean, it's not super fast, but this is only 2 buildings. And of course, it's only looking at the power consumption. So actually, it's only the 1 miner doing all of this. So we definitely going to need these weapon systems up and running as soon as possible. Okay, here we go. I actually didn't power up the production over here just yet because that's just going to shoot my threat through the roof. So let's make a couple of turrets yet, set them up somewhere near the edge of my base, probably over here. And let's get ready for those first waves to come in. Okay, so let's put down a second turret. They're on their way. This is probably not going to be powered if I put it over there. Ah. Oh, they're here already. Oh. Power it up, power it up, power it up. Manual build. Yes. Ow, look at that damage. Do I have any ammo on me? No. Let's do that. That will help. I'm a 3rd turret now. Okay, that was a lot scarier than I thought the initial wave would be. Okay. That's just 1 wave though. We're going to get another one. Let's see. Can I tell which relay is which? This is the Alva. Oh yeah. There we go. So they're coming from... It's another 10. Yay. And they're coming from this direction, which is... it's actually on the side where my turrets are. So that's really convenient. Can we build some more turrets, please? I'm probably going to need a lot more of everything, but I don't think the second wave should be a problem, considering it's the same size as the first wave, and I have everything set up now. There we go, we have them incoming. I actually armed myself this time around. And yeah, as you can see, the second wave is no problem whatsoever. The turrets should be holding out just fine. But we're going to need a lot more turrets for the next wave, I think. Luckily, it seems that the threat level for the next wave, just like in the normal version of the game, the default settings, it takes a lot longer for that second wave to arrive. It's also going to be a lot bigger, I think. These were 10 units, we'll see, but let's work on getting some more defenses up. Okay, so a little bit more infrastructure now. I actually set up a matrix lab so I can start producing some blue signs while I'm doing other stuff. I'll just have to throw in the actual coils and circuit boards. I also have a coal miner here. I'm not entirely sure if this is the way to go, because actually the units are already dropping the special items. So they are actually dropping energy shards, which are a very efficient way to fuel your mech. So That's a thing. I didn't actually see any of these in my previous playthrough because it was so easy to keep them at low level. We have a couple of turrets now, and we already have almost a second wave coming in. So let's see what we can get done before they arrive. Well, as it turns out, not that much. I did set up some gear production over there, but it's very close to the second wave already coming in. Really scared. Let's get some ammunition. Let's actually split this, and let's see. We can drop that in here, I think. Do we need to do it the difficult way? Seems we do. Just to make sure we have some more ammunition going, and well, we're getting some more waves now. Where are they coming from? I should probably just look at it like this. Yep, it's 30 units now. Oh, and we actually have flyers as well. Okay, well, at least they're a lot quicker than all the other units, so they get shut down first before the rest arrive. So that's 5 down, 25 to go. This is 3 times as many units, and including some more advanced units than we had in the first wave. Still, I think with these turrets, we might be able to build some more. I think, however, with these 5 turrets, we should be just fine. Guys, hello, don't destroy my miners. Come over here, please. Oh, I actually have to kind of manually draw them in. This is really annoying, since they're coming from the other side now. I think were they last time around? I think they were, but they were just coming straight for me. Because I was so close by, we are going to have to repair a couple of these things. But honestly, it's not that much work, considering you can just do it by hand. And yeah, that was the entire second wave, at least the first half of it. But all in all, not too bad. The turrets are making short work of them. But we are losing some units, so we're definitely going to have to beef things up for the next wave after this. Let's see, we're actually getting quite a bit of units as well. Drops, I mean. As you can see, some more energy charge, nothing special really. But yeah, free stuff. Okay, so I repaired the entire base. I put down a couple of production facilities here for the coils and circuit boards. Probably the only production we're going to set up for a little while now. The idea is that these have filtered inserters, so we are always putting in something that this facility can use. And what I'm doing is just picking up raw resources, dumping them in here, making sure that I don't overdo this, and get some of these things going while I'm doing other stuff, so I don't have to manually handcraft all the base materials. I am going to handcraft all the buildings for the moment. And I'm also thinking, because one wave was coming from this direction and the other wave was coming from this direction, I'm probably going to have to centralize my defense a little bit. Maybe set it up over here. We have a nice open area. Maybe down here, but there the oil gets in the way. So yeah, I'm thinking to set up the defense centralized now, and hopefully then all the units will come to that defense line. They seem to aggro as soon as they get shot at, so then they leave everything else alone and just go straight for the turrets. So let's see if that works. Okay, so I relocated the turret defense to a more central location now. The actual benefit from that is because you can put all your turrets at the same place. Rather than trying to defend 2 sides with half your turrets, you're going to have all your turrets defending your entire base. That's the idea, at least. We're going to need more than those 5 turrets, I think, though. And we also have some signs now. So this is doing its job. So we can start researching steel, because that's what we're going to need for my secret evil plan. Okie dokie, we have twice the amount of turrets now, and I'm actually going to handcraft some of these turbines, just so we can actually power all these turrets. I think these wind turbines should be relatively safe, considering where the enemy was coming from before, but yeah, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Do I have more of these? Yes, I do. You can never have too much turrets, and I'm actually going to be crafting a lot of these turrets, assuming I still have some iron to work with. We do. So, there we go, because we're going to need a lot of these. Okay, you know what's better than 10 turrets? 15 turrets, and we have the next wave coming in already. Again, where are they coming from? Oh, they're here. They're here. The suppliers, I guess. Those were 7 flyers now, I think. 45 units. 38 more coming in. But I don't think that will be too much of an issue. And there we have them. There's an occasional flyer in there as well, so that's interesting. I'm sticking between my turrets because they seem to favor just shooting the closest turret, so that way they're not shooting at me, because I have no defenses whatsoever to speak of. So, and on top of that, your drones actually start repairing the buildings. So, yeah, that's a good thing to have as well. Some active repair in your buildings while you're being attacked. Was that the entire wave? Yeah. So it turns out 15 turrets, pretty good. Do have to rebuild some of my wind turbines, but all in all, not too shabby. And it's similar to most of these games where as soon as you have a pretty decent stronghold, the game actually gets easier. So the initial start is actually the hardest. It's extremely hard though if you ever fall behind. Look at the amount of stuff we're getting. We're actually getting some glass now as well. I don't think we were getting that earlier. So yeah, we have another one of these waves incoming, but yeah, that should not be an issue once again. Okay, so not only did I research steel, I also have it in a little bit of production over here. Nothing fancy, just a small setup. Researching engines now and working on the battlefield analysis base. Next, we do have some sort more science coming in. Just need to make sure this is actually supplied, so let's put in some more circuit boards, some coils like this. And we now have 20 turrets to defend against the next wave. I'm gonna hold out for this wave. And what I'm going to do next is actually expand towards the enemy bases. And I'm actually going to look, we have a nice open area here. Yeah, or maybe, well, actually maybe over here. It's a nice spot. It's nicely close to both of those bases. It's centralized, has a lot of open space where we can build some stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. However, I'm not going to do that with an impending wave. So we just have to wait out these two waves before we can start working on that. Okay, and here they come. 60 units this time. A couple of them are the fast flyers. Is there anything? Yeah, there seem to be two different types of units in here. There's the raiders and there's the rangers. That's interesting. Turrets, hello? Yeah, just playing decoy here a little bit so they actually fly towards my turrets. Although I do have to be very careful about this because I cannot take too much of a hit. I haven't upgraded my Icarus whatsoever, so it's actually a little bit dangerous to do so. And here we go again. Guys, over here, don't destroy my base. Come over here to my turrets where you can be nicely chopped up by a barrage of ammo. Yeah, 60 units does not seem to be a bit too much of a problem for 20 turrets. And I really like how this centralized defense is turning out rather than just trying to defend the sides. Okay, the waves are down. I'm working on the battlefield analysis base and I'm going to take down all of the existing defenses. Just so I have some turrets to work with on the other side and some ammunition and stuff like that. Yeah, that's probably going to have to do. And now we're going to build ourselves a power line. And when I say a power line, I do mean a significant power line all the way to this nice little zone over here, very close to the enemy bases, where I can set up some turrets. How many turrets? Well, all the turrets that we can get before the enemy actually gets unleashed upon us. I actually think we should probably build some turrets down here as well, with some power to go along with that, just to make sure our little ammunition depot is safe over here. And then build, of course, another line of... Oh, these are in the way, Oh, I'm gonna have a problem. But anyway, set this up as fast and close as we can and get all of this loaded up before the first enemies arrive. Well, I just made it. Timing, 74 enemies, that's a lot. I'm kind of stuck in here actually. Oh, I'm going to lose some turrets, maybe. Go repair. Drones, go repair. That actually didn't go all that bad. I actually don't know how many turrets I have, like 5, 10, 15, 20. I think it's like 40 in total. I can't actually check with the blueprint tool because I haven't actually unlocked the blueprint yet. Like, now we're into the game. No blueprint yet. Oh my god, it almost hurts. But yeah, I think we are pretty safe now. Let's see, can we actually build... Maybe if we collect some of this stuff. I actually want a battlefield analysis base to go with this. The problem is you actually need silicon for that, and I didn't have that, but I think I just picked some up. Yep. We actually picked up some components, some microcrystalline components, and that means we can now make one of these battlefield analysis bases. And that means this will come with the 10 drones that you're familiar with. Let's manually build this. And there you go. Look at how much more actual repair that is on your base. And this will also collect all the stray items that are on the floor. So, yay. That's pretty useful actually. Now, let's see how this turns out against the next wave. Yep, the second base is also sending their units straight to my meat grinder over here. And you can actually see the battlefield analysis base repairing the drones pretty fast, the turrets I should say. Did we get a lot of nice loot? Yep, it's actually not that interesting loot, but it's free stuff. So all in all, working like intended. Now the idea is that I can just leave this alone for maybe 1 or 2 waves to go build up my other base and then progress from here. Will that work? Well, I guess you'll just have to tune into the next episode where I try to find exactly that out. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions, tips or tricks, and I hope to catch you in the next one.